My beloved child, stop. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not let your fingers swipe away your destiny. This is not an algorithm at work. This is an appointment. This is the moment the universe has suspended its breath, pausing the chaotic rotation of your world to deliver a message that has traveled through the corridors of eternity, just to reach your heart. You have not stumbled upon this voice by accident. I have guided your hand, I have directed your eyes, and I have arrested your attention because we have reached a breaking point. A line has been drawn in the sand of your timeline, and you are standing directly upon it. You are exhausted. I feel the heaviness in your spirit, the weariness that sleep cannot cure. You have been fighting a silent battle for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to lay your armor down. But listen to me closely. Today is not just another day of struggle. Today is the day of the ultimatum. You stand at a fork in the road, a spiritual crossroads that will determine not just your tomorrow, but the trajectory of your entire lineage. On one side lies the path you have known, the path of the victim, where life happens to you, where storms toss you like a leaf in the wind. On the other side lies the path I ordained for you before the foundations of the earth, the path of the victor, where you happen to life and where storms bow in your presence. The enemy of your soul has been banking on your fatigue. He has been whispering that this is all there is, that the struggle, the lack, and the loneliness are your permanent address. He wants you to accept the role of the prey. But I am here to wake up the lion within you. I am here to tell you that the season of being the victim ends the moment you decide it does. And that moment is now. But this requires your active participation. I cannot bless who you pretend to be. I can only bless who you truly are. You must step out of the shadows. Before I reveal the magnitude of the blessing coming to you, and before I hand you the weapon to defeat the giants surrounding you, you must declare your presence. You must signal to the heavens that you are awake and listening. Do not hide in the silence any longer. Type "I am here, Lord," or the number 7007 in the comments right now to open the gates of heaven. Let this simple act be the first sound of your chains hitting the floor. By typing this, you are telling the spiritual realm, I am present. I am ready. I am listening. My precious one, do you understand the stakes? If you ignore this call, if you treat this as just another piece of noise in your day, you risk staying in the cycle that has drained you for years. But if you heed this voice, if you lean in, I am about to shift your identity from the one who is hunted to the one who reigns. I am about to show you why you have suffered and how I am using that very suffering to build a throne for your testimony. This is why I invite you now, before I speak deeper into your spirit and unlock the mysteries of your pain, to join this family of believers. Do not walk this path alone anymore. Join this channel, connect with this community, so that you never miss the sound of my voice again. This is not about numbers. This is about your spiritual lifeline. When you subscribe to hear my message, you are planting yourself by the rivers of living water, ensuring that even in drought, your leaf shall not wither. Do it now as an act of faith that you are ready for a consistent diet of truth and power. I know you have felt like a target. I know you have felt like the world is conspiring to break you. It feels like every time you take one step forward, something pulls you 2 steps back. That is not bad luck. That is spiritual warfare. And the reason the attack has been so violent is because the enemy sees what you carry. He knows that if you ever realize who you truly are, if you ever grasp the power of the victor that I placed inside you, you will not just survive. You will plunder his camp. He wants you to scroll away. He wants you to be distracted. He wants you to remain a victim. But I say no more. Today I am putting the pen back in your hand. You are not a background character in someone else's story. You are the protagonist of a divine epic. Prepare your heart. Shake off the dust of defeat. The validation you have craved, the explanation for your tears, and the strategy for your rising are about to be revealed. We are leaving the valley of the victim. We are ascending the mountain of the victor. Are you ready? My child, let me speak now to the deepest wounds in your spirit, the ones you have bandaged over so tightly that even you have forgotten what lies beneath. I am not here to condemn you for feeling like a victim. I am here to validate the pain that has caused you to feel this way. I have been watching you, and I have counted every silent tear that has fallen when the world was asleep. I know the anatomy of your suffering better than you know it yourself. You have been living in a state of spiritual suffocation, a condition I call stuckness. I have seen the way you wake up in the morning, already exhausted by the sheer weight of the day ahead. It feels as though you are running on a treadmill that never stops moving your feet faster and faster, pouring out all your energy, sweating blood and tears. Yet when you look around, you're in the exact same place you were a year ago. You work harder than those around you. You give more. You sacrifice more. Yet the harvest seems to wither before it reaches your hands. This is not because you are lazy. It is because you are fighting a battle you cannot see with physical eyes. I see the invisible barrier that surrounds you. You have felt it, haven't you? It is like a glass ceiling placed directly over your life. You can see the sky, you can see the blessings, you can see the breakthrough hovering just inches above your head. But every time you reach up to grab it, your hand hits something hard and cold. You watch others people with less integrity, less talent, and less faith break through effortlessly while you remain contained. This invisible containment has caused a deep bitterness to take root, a question that lingers in the back of your throat. Lord, have you forgotten me? Why is it always a struggle? Why must I fight for every inch of ground while others walk on paved roads? I hear these questions, my beloved. They do not anger me. They draw me closer to you. I see the financial opportunities that fall through at the last second. I see the relationships that end just when you thought you were safe. This is the anatomy of the victim state, always almost there, but never arriving. But the heaviest burden you carry is the mask you wear. I see the crushing weight of being the strong one. To your family, your friends, and your colleagues, you are the rock. You are the one they call when their world falls apart. You are the problem solver, the listener, the provider. You smile, you encourage, you say, I'm fine. But inside you are crumbling. You are screaming a silent scream that no human ear can hear. I've seen you in the shower, letting the water mix with your tears so no one hears you cry. I have seen you sitting in your car in the parking lot, taking deep breaths just to summon the strength to walk into your house or your workplace. You carry the world on your shoulders, but you feel that if you were to fall, no one would be there to catch you. You feel that you are not allowed to break, not allowed to be weak. This isolation is the enemy's favorite prison. He wants you to believe that you must carry this load alone until it crushes you. My precious one, this feeling of being a victim is not your imagination. It is a real spiritual assault. The enemy has targeted you specifically to wear you down, to make you believe that this heaviness is your identity. He wants you to accept this anatomy of a victim as your permanent skin. But I am here to tell you, this is not who you are. This is merely what you are going through. You are not behind. You are being built. You are not breaking. You are becoming. The reason you feel this pressure so intensely is because the vessel of your soul is being expanded. I am exposing these wounds not to hurt you, but to clean them out. You cannot heal what you do not reveal. Today, I am peeling back the layers of this victim mentality so that I can replace it with the armor of a victor. Breathe deeply now. Let go of the need to pretend. I am here. I see it all. And because I see it, I can heal it. If you feel this resonance in your spirit, if you feel that I am reading the pages of your diary right now, do not stay silent. Press the like button as a signal to the heavens that you are receiving this validation. Let the enemy know that his cover is blown. You are no longer suffering in the dark. My light is shining on your situation, and where my light shines, darkness must flee. We are moving forward. We are going deeper. I am about to show you the root of the betrayal you have suffered and how I will turn it into your greatest promotion. Stay with me, my child. I want to touch a wound now that is perhaps the most painful of all the wound of betrayal. I have watched you walk through life with your chest wide open, offering your heart, your resources, and your time to those around you. You suffer from a beautiful but painful condition. You are a giver in a world of takers. You have the giver syndrome. I placed a spirit of generosity within you that mirrors my own. You cannot help but give. When you see a need, your hand moves before your mind can even calculate the cost. But this generosity has come with a terrible price. I have seen the imbalance in your relationships. You are always the one checking in, always the one forgiving, always the one making excuses for others' bad behavior. You give 100% and you receive 10% in return. You have poured oceans of love into people who could not even offer you a cup of water when you were thirsty. And the tragedy that haunts you is not just that they didn't give back, it is that they took what you gave and used it against you. I know the sharp sting of the Judas kiss. It is not the stranger who hurts you the most. It is the one you allowed into your inner circle. It is the one you fed when they were hungry, the one you defended when others attacked them, the one you pulled out of the pit. I saw the shock on your face when the very people you helped build up turned around and tried to tear you down. You became a ladder for them to climb, and once they reached the top, they kicked the ladder away. You have felt the cold steel of ingratitude. You have asked me in the midnight hour, Lord, why? Why do I attract people who drain me? Why is my kindness repaid with cruelty? You feel like you are walking through a den of lions, but unlike Daniel, you feel the bites. You feel that your kindness has been viewed as weakness, and your silence has been interpreted as guilt. This cycle of betrayal has made you want to build walls around your heart, to lock the door and never let anyone in again. But I see an even deeper pain, the pain of being misunderstood and wrongly accused. I have heard your silent scream. There are stories being told about you right now that are twisted versions of the truth. People have painted you as the villain in a story where you were actually the savior. They have taken your silence, the silence I commanded you to keep, and used it to spin narratives that assassinate your character. You wanted to scream. You wanted to show the text messages, the receipts, the proof of your innocence. You wanted to clear your name. But something in your spirit, my spirit, held you back. You chose the high road, but the air up there is thin and lonely. You are suffering the agony of a clear conscience in a room full of false witnesses. You feel the injustice burning in your chest like a coal. Listen to me. My beloved, I saw it all. I saw what they did in secret. I heard what they said when you left the room. You do not need to defend yourself because I am your defender. You do not need to explain yourself because I am your vindicator. The reason they betrayed you is not because you are foolish. It is because you carry a light that exposes their darkness. They could not handle the purity of your heart, so they tried to break it. But here is my promise. The tables are about to turn. Those who dug a pit for you will fall into it themselves. Do not let their betrayal turn your heart to stone. Do not let them steal your ability to love, for that is your superpower. If you believe that I am handling your reputation and fighting your battles, show me your trust. Press the like button now to declare God is my defense. Let the enemy see that you are not bitter. You are waiting on the Lord. We are moving from the pain of the past into the heaviness of the present, only to break it forever. Come with me. My child, I need to address the heavy cloud that has settled over your mind. I am not speaking of a simple bad mood. I am speaking of a spirit of heaviness that wraps around you like a suffocating blanket. I know about the nights. I see you when the rest of the world is sleeping and you are staring at the ceiling, your mind racing like a runaway train. You are exhausted in your body, but your spirit is wired alert to a danger you cannot see. I know the specific torment of the 3:00 a.m. wake-up call. You jolt awake, your heart pounding in your chest for no apparent reason. The air in the room feels thick. Anxiety grips your throat, and a nameless dread washes over you. You try to pray, but the words feel heavy like stones falling to the floor. This is not just insomnia. This is a spiritual alarm. The enemy attacks you in the night because he knows your guard is down. He whispers fears into the silence. What if everything falls apart? What if the money doesn't come? What if you are sick? I hear the voice of the inner critic that has set up a loudspeaker in your mind. It is a relentless, nagging whisper that sounds like your own voice, but it is not you. It says, look at you. You're a failure. You're too old to start over. You've made too many mistakes. God has finally had enough of you. It replays your past errors in high definition, forcing you to watch a highlight reel of your regrets. This voice tells you that your best days are behind you. It convinces you that the reason you are suffering is because you are being punished. It whispers that you are damaged goods. My child, recognize this voice for what it is, a liar. The enemy accuses you day and night because he is terrified of your potential. He tries to burden you with guilt so that you will be too heavy to fly. He wants you paralyzed by shame, stuck in the mud of what if and if only. But right now, in this holy moment, we are going to lift this weight. I want you to do something for me. Physically, right where you are, take your hand and place it over your heart. Feel it beating. That rhythm is my gift to you. As long as that heart is beating, I am not finished with you. Now take a deep breath. Inhale my peace and exhale the heaviness. Inhale my promise and exhale the worry. Do it again. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. I am breaking the spirit of heaviness off you right now. I am replacing it with the garment of praise. You are not losing your mind. You are under attack because you are about to gain a kingdom. The pressure you feel is not the crushing of death. It is the pressing of the olive to produce the oil. If you felt that release, if you felt the atmosphere shift even slightly as you breathed, that is my spirit touching yours. You are safe with me. The anxiety is lying to you. The depression is a trespasser on my property. You are my property, and I am posting guard angels around your mind tonight. You will sleep in peace. You will wake with purpose. Now that we have validated your pain and exposed the enemy's tactics, we must shift our gaze. You need to understand why this is happening. You need to know why all hell has broken loose against you. The answer will shock you, but it will also set you free. We are moving into the revelation. Prepare your spirit. The truth is coming. My child, now. We arrive at the turning point of your understanding. You have spent countless nights asking the question that plagues every suffering soul. Why me? You have looked at your life and interpreted the intensity of the attack as a sign of my absence, or worse, a sign of my disapproval. You have thought, if God were with me, surely it wouldn't be this hard. Surely I wouldn't be facing this much resistance. But today, I am flipping the script. I want you to understand a fundamental spiritual law. The level of your battle is an indicator of the level of your blessing. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being attacked because you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. If you were insignificant, if you had no destiny, the enemy would leave you alone. He does not waste his ammunition on those who are sleeping. He only unleashes his fury on those who are about to wake up and take their rightful place. Think of the thief. Does a thief break into an empty house? Does he risk getting caught to steal nothing? No. He targets the house that holds the gold, the jewels, the treasures. The enemy is a thief, and he has targeted you because he sees the treasure deposited in your spirit. He sees the anointing I have placed upon your life, even when you cannot see it yourself. He sees that your voice has the power to heal. He sees that your hands have the power to build. He sees that your story has the power to set captives free. He is trying to steal your peace, kill your dreams, and destroy your destiny before you realize what you carry. The intensity of the warfare is proof of the magnitude of the calling. You are a high-value target in the spiritual realm. Take this as a compliment. You are worth the fight. There is a deeper reason for your struggle. You are what heaven calls a cycle breaker. Look at your family line. Look at the history of your ancestors. Do you see the patterns? The addiction, the divorce, the poverty, the anger, the premature death. Those are chains that have bound your bloodline for generations. But I chose you. I handpicked you out of your lineage to be the one who says, "It ends with me." Being a cycle breaker is the hardest job in the kingdom. You are not just fighting your own battles. You are fighting the battles your father lost and his father before him. You are pushing back against the weight of generations. That is why it feels so heavy. That is why the resistance is so thick. The enemy knows that if you break through, you don't just free yourself, you free your children and your children's children. You are the dam that is holding back the flood of destruction. Stand firm, my warrior. You are winning. If you believe that you are a cycle breaker, if you accept this dangerous and glorious assignment, do not be silent. I need you to make a declaration of war against the enemy right now. Go to the comments and type, "Breakthrough is mine." Let the devil know that you have discovered his secret. He is not attacking a victim. He is attacking a future king. The secret is out. You know who you are. And because you know the tide is turning, my child, let me explain the season of silence you have been enduring. You have felt like you are wandering in a desert, shouting into the wind, with no echo returning to you. You have watched others around you flourish while you seem to be withering in the heat. You have asked, "Lord, have I lost my way? Have I sinned against you? Hear me clearly. You are not lost. You are hidden." There is a profound difference. You are currently in my divine boot camp. This wilderness is not a place of punishment. It is a place of preparation. Before I launch an arrow, I must pull it backward. The further back you are pulled, the greater the tension, the further you will fly. You are in the pulling back phase. I have isolated you not to torture you, but to eliminate the noise of the world so you can tune your frequency to mine. I am stripping away the crutches you used to lean on people, job, status, so that you learn to lean entirely on me. I am teaching you to be sustained by manna from heaven, so that when you enter the land of milk and honey, you will never forget who fed you in the desert. Consider the diamond. It does not start as a jewel. It begins as a piece of coal buried deep in the earth, crushed by unimaginable pressure, surrounded by total darkness. If the coal could speak, it would scream in agony. It would beg for the pressure to stop. It would say, "I am being destroyed," but it is not being destroyed. It is being transformed. You are that diamond in the making. The pressure you feel on every side, the financial squeeze, the emotional stress, the spiritual resistance, is the very force I am using to rearrange your inner structure. I am turning your carbon into crystal. I am making you hard enough to cut through the obstacles of the future, yet brilliant enough to reflect my glory. If I were to rescue you from the pressure right now, I would abort the process. You would remain a lump of coal. Trust the crushing. It is making you unbreakable. Understand this principle of the kingdom. I do not give big assignments to small people, and I do not give heavy blessings to weak shoulders. You are asking for the crown, but a crown is heavy. If I placed the weight of your destiny on you before your neck was strong enough to carry it, it would not bless you, it would break you. I am strengthening your character so it can support your calling. I am expanding your capacity so you don't overflow when the pour-out comes. The waiting room is not a denial. It is a construction site. I am building a foundation in you that is deep enough to support the skyscraper I am about to raise. You are near the end of this training. The test is almost over. You have endured the heat, you have stood under the pressure, and soon you will emerge not smelling of smoke, but shining like gold. The wilderness is not your home. It is merely the hallway to your palace. Keep walking. My child, let us look at the spirit of David. Before he was a king, he was a shepherd boy forgotten in the fields. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king, David's own father, Jesse, did not even think to call him. He paraded his 7 older, stronger, more kingly sons before the prophet. David was the afterthought. David was the one too small to matter. I know you have felt this stinging rejection. You have watched others get the promotion, the recognition, the support, while you were left tending the sheep in obscurity. People look at your outward appearance and see nothing remarkable. They see your lack of resources. They see your quiet nature. They underestimate you. But remember, this man looks at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart. And in your heart, I see a giant slayer. You are currently staring down a Goliath in your life. Maybe his name is debt. Maybe his name is sickness, addiction, or divorce. This giant stands tall, casting a long shadow over your future, taunting you day and night, shouting, "You will never defeat me. You are too weak." He rattles his armor to scare you. He points to the scoreboard of your past failures. But do not tremble at his size. The only reason I allowed a giant this big to enter your story is because I am about to give you a victory that will echo through eternity. You do not need their armor. You do not need their methods, their money, or their connections. You only need what you already have in your hand, a stone of faith and the sling of my word. Stand up now in your spirit. Look that giant in the eye and say what David said. You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. The moment you release your faith, that stone will fly. I am guiding it. The giant is not there to destroy you. He is there to reveal you. He is about to fall face down at your feet. The thud of his fall will be the sound of your promotion. Get ready to cut off the head of the thing that has terrified you. The battle is already won. My child, hear the decree that is ringing from the throne room of heaven this very moment. We have reached the point of the great reversal. There is a spiritual law that governs the universe, a law as real as gravity. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. You have been in the back of the line for a long time. You have been overlooked, underestimated, and pushed aside. But the line is about to flip. The ground beneath you is shifting. The elevator of your destiny is no longer going down to the basement of despair. It has just been switched to the penthouse of my glory. What the enemy meant for evil, I am turning for your good. It is not just a repair job. It is a total reversal. Where there was shame, I am pouring out double honor. Where there was lack, I am releasing overflowing abundance. Where there was sorrow, I am releasing unspeakable joy. The pendulum is swinging back, and it will swing just as far into blessing as it did into burden. The momentum is building. I made a promise in my word, and I am not a man that I should lie. I said that I will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only and not beneath. For years you have felt like the tail dragged around by circumstances, wagged by the opinions of others, always following, never leading. But that season expires today. I am repositioning you. I am lifting your chin so you can look the world in the eye. You are about to step into rooms where you used to be denied entry, but this time you will be sitting at the head of the table. The very people who closed the door on you will be the ones opening it to welcome you in. Do not be arrogant when this happens, but do not be surprised. This is my vindication. I am showing the world that I choose the foolish things to confound the wise, and I choose the weak things to shame the strong. You are my exhibit A of grace. Therefore I declare over you, the era of the victim is officially dead. Bury it. Do not visit its grave. You are no longer the passive character in a tragedy. You are the author of a triumph. I am handing the pen of your life back to you. Dip it in the ink of my blood and write a new chapter. Write victory. Write freedom. Write legacy. Stop agreeing with the narrative of defeat. Stop telling the old stories of how you were hurt. Start telling the new story of how you were healed. The script has changed. The director has called cut on the scene of your suffering. The next scene is your rising. The spotlight is on you. Stand up and play your part. My child, prepare your spirit, for we are moving from explanation to manifestation. I am not speaking of a blessing that will arrive in 10 years. I am activating a spiritual protocol over the next 7 days that will realign your reality with my will. This is a prophetic timeline. Mark this moment. The shift begins not when you see it, but when you believe it. In the first 2 days, day 1 and day 2, do not look for money in your hand yet. Look for the change in your heart. You will experience a peace beyond understanding. The storm around you may still be raging. The bills may still be on the table. The noise may still be loud. But suddenly, it will not touch you. You will feel a supernatural calm wash over your nervous system. It is the peace of a soldier who knows the war is already won. You will stop panicking. You will stop pacing the floor. You will sleep deeply for the first time in months. This internal stillness is the evidence that I have taken over the battle. As you move into day 3 and day 4, the shift will move from the internal to the external. Be vigilant. Watch your phone. Watch your email. Listen for a knock at the door. I am releasing unexpected news. There is a connection from your past, or perhaps a new opportunity that was previously hidden that is seeking you out. A situation that was dead will show signs of life. A no that broke your heart is about to turn into a yes that heals it. During these days, pay close attention to the signs I send you. You will begin to see my numbers everywhere. When you look at the clock, it will be 11:11, signaling a new beginning and an open portal. You will see 775, my seal of perfection and completion. These are not coincidences. They are my way of winking at you, whispering, I am here. I am working. Keep going. Do not brush these off. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the miracle. By the time you reach day 7, you will see the first tangible manifestation. It may start small, a small financial, unexpected blessing, a sudden resolution to a conflict, or a pain leaving your body. But it is the first drop of the deluge. This is the first fruits of your restoration. Also pay attention to your nights. I will be visiting you in your sleep. You will have vivid dreams in high definition, where I will hand you key strategies and answers to problems that have baffled you for years. You will wake up with ideas that you didn't think of. That is me downloading wealth and wisdom into your spirit while your ego is asleep. If you feel a sudden holy shiver run down your spine while listening to this, know that it is my spirit confirming this timeline. The clock has started. The shift is here. Be ready to receive. My child, let us address the area of your life that has caused you the most silent anxiety and the deepest shame, your finances. I know the burden of debt you carry. I know the humiliation of checking your bank account and seeing numbers that do not match the vision I gave you. You have felt like your pockets have holes in them. No matter how hard you work, no matter how much you save, money seems to evaporate before it can serve its purpose. This is not just bad economy. This is a spiritual blockage designed to starve your assignment. The enemy wants you broke because he knows that a funded child of God is a dangerous force for his kingdom. But today, I am issuing a decree of financial vindication. I am unblocking the flow. Imagine a river that has been dammed up by debris, the debris of bad decisions, generational curses, and enemy theft. I am removing those stones one by one. I am clearing the channels. You are about to see resources flow from directions you never considered. I am not limited to your salary. I am not limited to the economy of your nation. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am directing a herd toward your house. Hear my promise from the book of Joel. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Think of the years you lost to lack. Think of the opportunities you had to pass up because you couldn't afford them. Think of the interest you have paid to the lenders. I am keeping a record of it all. I am not just going to bring you back to zero. I am going to bring you into overflow. There is a divine restitution coming. When a thief is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole. The enemy has been caught red-handed stealing your prosperity. Now he must pay up. Expect checks in the mail. Expect debts to be canceled supernaturally. Expect errors in your favor. I am balancing the scales of justice. This financial shift requires your agreement. You must stop speaking poverty. Stop saying I can't afford it. Stop saying I'll never get out of this hole. Instead say, my God supplies all my needs. Your mouth is the rudder of your financial ship. Steer it toward abundance. If you are ready to receive this financial vindication, if you believe that I am able to clear your debts and fill your storehouses, do not just sit there. Type I am open to receive in the comments. By typing this, you are physically opening your hands and your heart to the flow. You are giving me permission to bless you beyond your logic. The drought is over. The rain is coming. My child, I am preparing a scene right now in the spirit realm that will soon manifest before your very eyes. It is the fulfillment of one of my most ancient and powerful promises to you. You have read the words, but you are about to live them. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Have you ever wondered why I insist on their presence? Why do I not simply remove them? Why do I not sweep them away before I bless you? It is because I want witnesses. If I blessed you in secret, they would say you were lucky. If I blessed you in the dark, they would say you cut corners. But I am going to bless you in the bright light of day, right in front of their faces, so that they will have no choice but to acknowledge that the hand of God is upon you. I am setting a banquet table of abundance, honor, and joy. And I am compelling those who mocked you, those who gossiped about you, and those who betrayed you to stand on the sidelines and watch you eat. I know you have wanted them to apologize. I know you have nursed the desire for them to admit they were wrong. You have replayed the arguments in your head, hoping for closure. But listen to me. You do not need their apology to heal, and you do not need their permission to prosper. Stop waiting for them to validate you. I have already validated you. The sweetest revenge is not retaliation. It is massive, undeniable success. It is living a life so full of joy and peace that their betrayal becomes irrelevant. While they are still stuck in the bitterness of the past, talking about what you did or didn't do, you will be miles ahead, enjoying the fruit of the land. They will look for the person they tried to break, but they will not find a victim. They will find a victor, glowing with my glory, unrecognizable to their cynical eyes. Do not fear their gaze. Let them look. Let them see the new car, the new home, the restored marriage, the peace in your eyes. Their jealousy is not your problem. It is their poison. You simply keep your eyes on me. Notice that in the scripture, while the enemies are present, you are not fighting them. You are eating. You are feasting. You are celebrating. This is your new posture. No longer fighting for acceptance. No longer explaining yourself. You are simply enjoying the banquet I have spread for you. The oil of my anointing is running down your head, and your cup is running over. Let the overflow splash onto the ground. Let it be a testimony to the abundance of your Father. And here is the mystery. Some of them, when they see this glory, will change. Their hearts will turn. They will come to you not to attack, but to ask, "What is your secret? How did you survive?" And in that moment, you will have the opportunity to show them my grace. You will not pay them back evil for evil. You will show them that the God who saved you can save them too. But for those who refuse to change, who choose to remain in their hate, they will simply fade away into the background of your story. They will become footnotes in your biography, mere reminders of the obstacles you overcame. The table is set. The guests are watching. Pull up your chair and take your seat. It is time to feast on my faithfulness. My child, we are reaching the summit of this revelation. The blessing I am releasing upon you is not merely material. I am not just giving you things. Anyone can have things. I am giving you something far more dangerous to the enemy and far more precious to the kingdom. I am giving you authority. I am placing a new mantle upon your shoulders. Can you feel the weight of it? It is the mantle of kingship and priesthood. For years you have felt like a grasshopper in a land of giants. You have felt small, voiceless, and powerless. You have pleaded with circumstances to change. But with this new mantle, you will no longer plead. You will command. I am upgrading your spiritual rank. You are graduating from a foot soldier to a general in my army. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere will shift, not because of what you say, but because of who you carry inside you. Demons recognize rank, and they will tremble at the authority that now rests upon you. With this authority comes a new power in your mouth. Listen closely. Your words are no longer just sound waves. They are decrees. I am activating the creative power of your tongue. In the past, you spoke of your pain, and you got more pain. You spoke of your lack, and you got more lack. But now I am touching your lips with a coal from my altar. From this day forward, what you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and what you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. You will speak to the sickness in your body, go, and it will leave. You will speak to the chaos in your family. Peace, and it will settle. Be careful with this power. Do not use your words to curse the weather, the traffic, or your government. Use your words to plant gardens in the wastelands. Speak life. Speak hope. You are now a co-creator with me. Finally, this mantle changes your function in the world. You are shifting from being the one who needs help to the one who gives help. You are moving from the borrower to the lender, from the patient to the healer. For too long, you have been the one in the prayer line asking for a miracle. Now lay your hands on the sick and they will recover. I am raising you up to be a Joseph for your generation. You will be the storehouse where others come to find grain during the famine. You will have the wisdom to solve problems that baffle the experts. Do not look at your current bank account. Look at your assignment. I supply the assignment, not the ego. You are becoming a conduit of my power. The days of helplessness are over. You are armed, you are dangerous, and you are anointed. Walk in it. My beloved child, we have arrived at the sacred moment of the seal. Everything I have spoken to you in this message, the validation of your pain, the breaking of the victim's cycle, the promise of financial vindication, and the impartation of new authority, is not just words floating in the digital ether. It is a covenant. Just as a king seals a royal decree with his signet ring into hot wax, I am sealing these truths into your spirit right now. By staying to the end of this message, you have shown me your endurance. You have proven that you are hungry for the shift. Now I honor that hunger. I want you to receive this prayer as a spiritual blood transfusion. I am removing the old DNA of failure and replacing it with the DNA of triumph. I am placing a hedge of fire around you, your home, your bank accounts, and your children. The enemy may prowl, he may roar, but he cannot cross this line of fire. What I have blessed, no man can curse. What I have opened, no man can shut. This is a closed transaction. The debt is paid. The battle is won. Now receive my healing touch. I stretch my hand out to you through this screen. I command every cell in your body to align with divine perfection. If there is pain in your joints, I command it to leave. If there is chaos in your mind, I command it to be still. If there is a heaviness in your chest, I command it to lift. I speak to the trauma of your past. You have no power here anymore. I wash the memories that haunt you with the water of my word. Be clean, be whole, be free. You are not a broken vessel. You are a restored masterpiece, held together by golden seams of grace, stronger than you were before you broke. Receive your healing. It is yours. It is done. To lock this victory in place, to ensure that the enemy cannot steal the seed that has been planted today, you must make the final declaration. This is your signature on the covenant. Go to the comments for the final time and type these 4 words with all the conviction in your soul: I am a victor. Do not type it lightly. Type it as a roar. Type it as a notice of eviction to every demon that has tormented you. When you type, I am a victor, you are slamming the door in the face of the victim mentality forever. You are agreeing with heaven. You are accepting your crown. Do it now. Seal it. Let the heavens record your new name. But listen closely, my warrior, for I must leave you with a warning. When you step into this new level of power, the atmosphere will change. The higher you climb, the stronger the winds will blow. The enemy does not give up territory easily. He will try to test your new authority. He will try to see if you really believe what you just typed. Do not fear, for I have prepared a secret weapon for you, a second key that unlocks a door you do not even know exists yet. This key is the ultimate protection against the counterattack. I cannot reveal it to you yet. You must first walk in the victory of today. But keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit tuned to this channel. I will return soon to hand you this second key. Until then, stand tall. Walk in your dominion. You are my child, and in you I am well pleased. The victim is dead. Long live the victor.